And welcome back to WNY News Now. In an effort to help animals find their forever home, WNY News Now is partnering with the Chautauqua County Humane Society for a new segment called the Pet of the Week. Joining us live in studio is Brian Papalea. He's the Director of Community Relations for the Chautauqua County Humane Society. Brian, thanks for being here today.
Thanks, Justin. We're excited to get this thing going. We've got Casper here as our first guest, and Casper is 1 year old. He came into the Humane Society last Wednesday. And he will be up for adoption starting on Friday because if people aren't familiar, all the animals that are up for adoption have been spayed or neutered. They get their shots and they get a microchip before they go. So we're going to get him all set up and he'll be ready on Friday.
So Casper, I know when you brought him in, he seemed to be pretty chilled out.
Yeah.
Certainly being in a TV studio is kind of a weird environment, but he seems like a pretty cool little dude.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's I know we have a rabbit at our house. We have a rabbit, 2 cats, and a parakeet. And it's pretty cool to see, depending on your cat, but our cats interact with the rabbit. They're friends. He actually brought Mr. B, his name is, brought balance to the house. Some of the things that, you can train them. You can work with them just like you can. They're litter box train them. You can train them with treats for all different sorts of things, and they're fun. Something you do have to watch out for, heads up, power cords.
Yeah, he probably likes to nibble.
Yeah, got to watch out for stuff like that. But there he is right there. He's giving you a good look.
So is he considered to be an albino rabbit?
He could be, because I was looking just out of curiosity. I don't see any tufts. Like our rabbit, I don't consider him albino because he has like a little gray patch, but he might be because I don't see any color there.
I know because they say like the red eyes and the complete white kind of is a signature to that. But how did the Humane Society come to find Casper?
Well, Casper just came in. He was surrendered. I don't know the backstory, but people might not have been able to, take care of him, or it might have been a change in life situation. And sometimes you get animals that come in, and the stories aren't so good. But most of the time, it's just a situation people can't, or the animal can't control. And this is one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. So certainly, because you said you own a rabbit yourself, for maybe people out there who are looking to kind of get a starter pet, I know a lot of people maybe turn to like guinea pigs and things like that, but a rabbit, would that be a good fit?
It's like a mid-ground between a guinea pig and a cat, I don't know if that's a right way to say it, but it really is, because you can do a lot more. Like what we do is when we're home, our Mr. B is out, and he has a home for when we're not home, because they do like to chew, like I was saying, power cords and, and wood and stuff like that. You can train them around that some, but we don't trust them that much.
Right.
But they definitely are part of the family when you get them, just like any animal will be.
Yeah.
And, if it's something you're interested in learning more about, you can stop and talk to one of our adoption counselors, and they will, definitely give you more information even than I could, and, get you set up.
So do you get a lot of rabbits and things come in?
I'm going to say we get a few rabbits probably every month, it seems, just 6 weeks or so. We'll end up with a couple of rabbits, and they come and go fairly quickly most of the time. He's an Angora rabbit. We get sometimes we get ferrets. Sometimes we had a parakeet. We had a parrot. We do get parakeets too, but we had a parrot in as an African gray over the holiday time.
Yeah.
So you just never know.
Right. Certainly, it's kind of got the revolving door.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine that's one big thing that you guys are trying to push is getting a lot of animals when they come in. When they're ready to go back out and find their forever home, as we like to call it. That's probably, I would imagine that's one of the top priorities now.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's one of those things where we have a behavior department that works with that. We have a lot of great volunteers that work with both, cat and dog behavior, socialization, that sort of thing. We definitely are a resource. Also, if people, our other mission is to keep animals at home that might need a little extra help. We do healthy pet clinics. We have pet food pantries. So we're really trying to get them home, and B, keep them home.
So cool. So if people are interested in learning more about Casper, maybe you like what you see and you want to try to adopt him come the end of the week, how should they do that?
They stop down, of course, 2825 Strunk Road, right there by exit 11 is the best way, but chqhumane.org. That's where you can find all the information on all the available animals. We're also very active on Facebook. So, you want any of those avenues, I'm a little tongue-tied because I'm trying to watch him too. Any of those avenues are great.
Perfect. We wouldn't want him to get out and try to nibble on some of the cords because he'd have a buffet.
I just want to, yeah, oh yeah, this is very tempting. But no, I just want to make sure he's comfortable, that's
Yeah.
all. And so yeah, we also have Kindness for Paws going on, which you can find out at chqhumane.org and get involved, and that goes till April 30th. So yeah, there's always an opportunity, whether you're volunteering, donating, adopting, help out.
Perfect. And we'll have a web story up on WNYNewsNow.com and our mobile app following this broadcast with a little bit more about Casper and how people can kind of get involved. So, Brian, we thank you so much for coming in. We look forward to doing this segment every week here on WNY News Now to try to bring a different animal in and hopefully get them a forever home.
We'll always try to keep you guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I thought the rabbit was, Casper's a great guy to have in first.
Yeah.
Our producers were really worried. They're like, well, if we get some, jumping dog or something, what are we going to do? But
yeah, a lot of the dogs that will come in, they're good with stuff like that. And I'm not going to bring anybody too crazy.
Right.
But if you're looking for active dogs, we do have those too. So.
Yeah, so I know maybe a lot of younger families too, they'd be looking for something like that. Because the dog, you'd be surprised, can really help people get into active lifestyles.
Oh, it really can.
Yeah.
That's my job is very sediment. I end up sitting a lot, and I always take a dog for a walk. Suddenly you're active, you're happy, or they do a lot for you.
Yeah,
and bunnies too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Brian, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate it so much. And again, to learn more about Casper or other residents of the shelter, you can contact the Chautauqua County Humane Society at 716-665-2209, or you can visit them at chqhumane.org.